got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
John, you might be wondering why we're here sitting in the dark.
Why are we sitting in the dark, Taylor?
Oh,
Only bad things happen to me when I'm in the dark.
I'll show you. Hey, Siri. Happy Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
We're here.
Look at this. We're finally here.
We're on the video.
On video. Love it.
We took a couple weeks off.
Yep.
We're back, more visual than ever.
We have a lot of exciting things to talk about today.
It's
I
an
think.
exciting episode.
Exciting episode.
Well, first, we're on video.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about it for what feels like years.
It's only been, 4 weeks?
This is episode 16, and we've been talking about it since day one.
Yeah.
But we're finally here.
We're finally here, and we finally got the video. We finally had the equipment that we need for video.
All your hard work paid off.
Yep.
So we did it. Do you want to do a quick tour around the studio?
Sure. Give us a tour, Taylor.
Well, over your right shoulder, we have a fly tying vise. So one may use that for tying flies.
And next to that is?
An old film camera.
Yeah.
Just because photos.
Yeah, photo. Taylor's a photo.
We got a
Taylor Atkinson Photography, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the one. We have a lamp with a couple Polaroids on it from our first episode.
That's right. That's right.
And then
Posterity.
we have a fly box that my lovely wife made for my first Christmas gift from her. And
Did you know, did your lovely Mrs. Atkinson make that for you?
she did. Well, she didn't. She had it made.
Okay. Well, it's still very nice for her to do that.
She procured it. But the back says, to my greatest catch. Oh.
I'll talk to her in a little bit.
And to the right of that is our newest addition.
It is.
What is that, John?
It is a trophy. It is John's trophy. It says brown trout. John almost caught. And on 11/3/1923 or 2023,
1923.
Anyway, so it's a trophy that Taylor got for me because we attempted to catch a very large brown trout, and it didn't want to cooperate with coming in and being landed. Almost got there though. Almost
had to have something to show for it.
Yep.
If
it was fun trip.
If the year was 1923, they wouldn't have had cameras anyway.
No, they wouldn't.
But
They wouldn't have videos.
were there cameras then?
They wouldn't have iPods.
No iPods, no podcasts.
No podcasts.
No
None
iPads.
of that. Yeah.
Then we have our infamous on-air sign.
Yes.
Didn't turn it on because
Uses too much electricity.
it's
We're-
battery
we're-
powered, but
We want to be conservative here.
there's a foam finger that Janelle got me for a stocking stuffer one time,
Okay.
just so I know I'm number one.
Yeah. It's nice of her to do that.
And for the record, I did ask John to bring in some of his own trinkets, but he has not done so yet. So
I've
these
not
are
done that yet. So this is a work in progress. Is that correct?
yes. You
Okay.
might have some more things on your shelf behind you. We have a rainbow trout drawing from was a local artist. He has since moved from Kansas City.
Who's the artist?
Sam Larson. Can look him up. He does some cool artwork
And where did you get that? That's interesting.
on the interwebs.
Ooh, the intro web. Okay.
And to the right of that is my late grandfather's guitar.
That's a nice memento.
So
You don't play. I know, and I don't play.
I might try.
Well, okay.
One of the strings is all busted, and I might get that
That's
fixed
easy. That's easy to get fixed.
But
Easy repair there.
and to the right of that, my parents had this made for Christmas for me. So you get to partake in my Christmas gift.
This is very nice. Very nice of them to do that. That's a very, very pretty, as a matter of fact. It's a very nice quality.
From Oxford Pennant.
Yeah.
And then below that is a map from a place we went fishing in Missouri, Rockbridge.
Yep.
And then next to that is a piece of art my friend Dustin Davis made probably 8 years ago.
Wait, has it been that long?
Yeah, because you have one, my dad has one, I think Shane has one.
Yeah.
So everyone who went on the trip.
That's when we went up to the Driftless area in northeast Iowa. Had a great time. That was a lot of fun.
And then next to that is a cowboy hat that I bought in Nashville.
Nashville?
Yes, I don't know why I bought it. Regretted it shortly after, but...
You know, when you're walking down the streets in these great places, you know, you just got to do something crazy. So,
and last but not least, we have a fly rod.
Yep.
The reel that you bought me is a sinking line. That was a Christmas gift years back.
Mm-hmm.
And the rod is from Whitney and JP. There's a thank you gift for a photo shoot. So
that's a very nice thank you.
His uncle makes them. So
very nice thank you.
So that's...
And where does the uncle live?
I'm not sure.
He's not local.
He is, I think.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I'm
He's
sorry.
in Kansas.
Okay.
And then, we have your world's greatest co-host mug that you'd have candy wrappers in now.
Yes. Well, you filled them up, so I'm moving on. So.
And that's about it.
That's what we have so far. If anybody wants to contribute, they're more than welcome to do so.
We got a fat stack of cash right here.
Yeah. Or a couple of sponsors would be very nice.
We can put your name somewhere in the background.
Yeah, we'll find a spot. We'll find a space. If we see all this space, it's all for sale.
We could put it on our chest, but we can't do that right now.
No, we can't do that right now. This is excitement number 2.
Big news number 2.
Big news number 2.
John put a website together for some apparel.
Yeah, I put a website together.
So if you are listening, you can go to the notes in the podcast and get a link to our store. Support us with a t-shirt or a crew neck or a hoodie. John's wearing one of the new hoodies.
One of the new hoodies right now.
With the classic Real Buds.
Classic Real Buds
that
podcast
4-week-old logo or 16-week logo across there.
Yep.
Tried and true, you know?
Yep.
Just like your granddad wore. I don't know if I said that.
Go that far.
And then I am sporting the Real Buds alternate logo t-shirt. So
it took a little while to get this put together, but we're real happy with the people that have it, that are doing it for us, because they print it up. Once they get the order, they print it up and they send it out to you, and it comes directly to you. So it's a real nice feature.
Don't expect it to arrive within a day or two, because it takes a bit. They have to print each one.
They do.
We don't have them on hand, so we can't just dish out free t-shirts because we don't have any here.
We don't have any. We don't have any in stock.
But
we don't stock them, so we let the vendor stock them for us.
It took about a week and a half ish.
Yeah, and that's doable. That's livable.
T-shirts are Bella Canvas. Some may know that brand. It's very soft.
Yeah.
It is made of boyfriend material.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
That was stupid too. And there's a Real Buzz logo on the back like John's wearing.
Yep.
So that was fun to make. And
how much are the hoodies?
Oh gosh.
I think the hoodies are $38, which is actually a great buy for if you're looking for a really nice hoodie. It's not real heavy, but yet again, it's not real thin either. It's kind of that really nice in between weight as far as the material is concerned.
It's kind of how I am. Actually,
yeah, kind of in between.
I'm pretty heavy, not too light.
Yeah, well, you're kind of in between, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the t-shirts, they are... I should have this on hand.
I thought they were like $24, $25, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, the t-shirts range from $27 to, I think, up to around $29, depending on the size.
Okay.
And then I think the sweatshirts go up to about $38.
Okay.
But
as you can see, they're very reasonably priced. You can't find a good hoodie or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt of this caliber for that kind of money.
Nice. You're good at this.
Yeah, I've been doing it a while.
You got your sales voice on.
I got my sales voice on.
Ladies and gents, you will not find. You used to be a clothing buyer, actually.
Yeah, we did.
And you do a good voice of your New Yorkers you'd visit.
Oh yeah, used to go to New York a couple times a year, and that was always fun. New York is just a unbelievable people watching place. I mean, I'd find myself standing on a corner, in front of the Trump Tower or something, and just watching people go by, go by. Everything in the world would rock by.
And I'm sure it's only gotten better since then. People with their purple hair.
Yeah, purple hat. Well, I understand it's getting a little rough in New York City, the same as Chicago.
It
makes me thankful that I'm living here in Kansas City.
Because things are perfect here.
Do you like living here in Kansas City?
I'm not in the city, but it's a nice.
Well, technically you are. I mean, you're part of Kansas City. We admit that you are.
Kansas City proper.
Kansas City proper. Yeah. Greater Kansas City area. Let's put it that way.
I'm in the burbs. I like it. It's a big Omaha.
It is.
There's always something to do, and I don't go down to the city too often. We go to a concert a few times a year, or a ball game at the Sprint Center or T-Mobile, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But we don't go down there a whole lot.
No, we don't either. We used to. We used to go down to Westport quite a bit, but it's kind of changed.
Yeah. Oh, so anyway, though
we've gotten older and we don't drink as much anymore. So
that's true. But yeah, the shop will have a link in the podcast notes, and also if you go to our Instagram, we have a link set up to go to our podcast episodes, and then also to the shop. So you can do it through there.
Yeah.
Support, buy local, guys.
Yeah, buy local. Come on, people.
We need this.
We do need this. We need to recoup all the money for all the equipment that we bought. So.
John needs to pay his mortgage for the month. Please.
I do. Yeah, I need it.
Otis needs more kibble.
Where is it? What do we do with Otis? Is he down here?
He left.
Okay. He decided that he's not going to have any part of this anymore. He's going to go upstairs and...
He's doing security.
Yeah.
But yeah, he might see him lay down in front of us here. Yeah, your voice reminded me when you're doing your sales that we've had some rave reviews lately. And
do tell.
And they all relate to John's voice.
Oh, no. What'd they say?
I got to find these.
Get rid of that old coot. Why do you have that guy? Why is he always clearing his throat? Why is his nose always running? What's going on with this guy?
Well, back when we used to do...
Can't you pick somebody better?
When we used to do audio only, I would edit out a lot of your sounds that you made.
Correct.
But now that we are video too, I don't know that I have the time to do all that. So people might be hearing your sounds a lot more now.
Well, that's quite all right.
In my heavy breathing. Okay. So there's one in November I didn't catch, a review on Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Title is So Authentic and Real. And they said, love this it's authentic and makes me happy. John, you have the best radio voice ever.
Who said that? Does it say who?
I can't understand what it, FHEVRYAHB. I tried to break the code, but I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know who that. Doesn't ring a bell with me at all.
Is it an ex-girlfriend of yours?
No, oh heavens no.
From grade school? The one that got away?
Nope, not me.
And then from our old coworker, Taylor Dyer, he said they were listening on the way down to family Christmas. And
you didn't wreck the car or anything, did he?
No, he made his wife and kids listen. And he said he had some feedback for me since we're always asking for it. He said, turned on episode 11 as we drove down to my in-laws for Christmas, and his wife commented on how John Ryan has such a soothing radio voice. She said she may have to tune in just to listen to his voice.
So what you're saying is I really put people to sleep, huh?
I don't know. And he says she also mentioned that he could be on the old Werther's commercials. Stay Ziggy, JR.
Oh, the Werther's commercial. Gosh, what was the guy's name that used to do those? I forget his name.
What's the diabetes guy? Wilford Brimley?
Wilford Brimley, that's it. You're
exactly. Is he the Werther's guy too?
He used to be the Werther's guy originally, I believe.
And diabetes?
And diabetes.
He had too many Werthers.
He's not worth this anymore, but
Yeah, and then we had the most important review of all.
Ooh. Da-da-da-da.
This could be a new segment too. Listener of the week. We stopped by your house last night, helped you with some IT projects.
Yes.
Setting up some Alexas and your lovely wife. I said, did you ever listen to the podcast? Because a couple weeks ago she said she would start now that we set it up on her phone. She said, I did. And John does have a good radio voice. So,
well, Cutie Pie gets a listener of the week then.
Shout out.
She does in my book.
And also she said, please don't call her Cutie Pie on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's too
okay.
late.
My lovely wife.
Sorry, Cutie Pie. So I think whenever you guys start to get in a little argument, if you ever have those, you should just break out a little radio voice on her.
We never have arguments.
We'll be right back, Mary Alice. Just leave.
We'll be right back. Turn around, walk
word from
away.
your sponsors.
What sponsor?
Also, I just got reminded that these were actually tablecloths from our wedding. We had a nice custom-made Real Buds tablecloth because we were just being over the top. I was. It didn't fit. It was just a giant one. So we got individual ones, and Janelle said these were in her trunk since our wedding 3.5 years ago. So they worked out.
What else is in that trunk? That's scary.
We don't talk about him. I mean, we don't talk about that. But so she had these. It worked out perfect.
Police on hand.
But 15 seconds before we started recording, Otis got slobber all over both of our tablecloths. So,
well, he can do that. He's the president of this thing, and
he's just claiming it as his.
yeah, he's just claiming his territory. Come on now.
So
he's a good guy anyway.
Yeah, those are our new additions.
Pretty exciting stuff. You know, we kind of come a long way
We just jumped the gun and
yeah.
For all 8 listeners, you get to buy shirts from us.
You get to buy the shirts from us now.
And watch us. Yeah, I was saying that our Spotify numbers are only going to get worse because people might start watching on YouTube.
Well,
this will be on YouTube. If you're on Spotify right now, feel free to hop on over to the YouTube app, search Real Buds Podcast, and watch us. And then quickly delete when you see my voice or my face.
So it's on Spotify.
It's still on Spotify, still on Apple Podcast, and now we'll have another one on YouTube. We had our stream side episode on YouTube, but since then we've had nothing.
What does that mean? Explain that to me. YouTube. Stream side.
Well, the episode we were next to the stream
recording. Oh, yes.
But on YouTube, it is a website where you can watch videos. So when you talk, that's audio, and the camera's recording a video.
Right, I understand that part of it.
So that it gets,
is there a crank on the camera?
Yeah, well, you have to hire that person out. But then it gets posted onto the website, youtube.com.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
https:// Anyway, new segment.
I'll have you come over and do it for me.
Okay.
My IT guy.
Can you type this in? Also, have you noticed, do we look at the camera or do we look at each other and talk?
We look at each other.
I guess it'd be weird if we were just kind of watching.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right into your living room, wherever you're watching this right now. Yeah. We thank you. We have a new segment. We keep coming up with the new ones, and I feel like I'm not using the old ones.
Yeah, we're not using... We're just trying to find that one that just clicks, you know.
This is going to be the one, I think.
This it? Okay.
This is the one. So I think part of the fun... Actually, I'm going to go back 2 steps. I've gotten a lot of reviews on other things since our last recording.
Such as?
We need to address this.
Okay.
Everyone is saying, I thought this was going to be a fly fishing podcast, which just doesn't help the back of everything being fly fishing.
I think when we originally started, at least in what I'm thinking is when we originally started, we were just a couple of guys, a couple of buddies that really wanted to start a podcast. And our one common denominator, one of the things that we love so much, is fly fishing. So the common denominator with us is the fly fishing. So are we experts at fly fishing?
No.
No. Do we know how to fly fish? Yeah,
maybe.
Somewhat. You know, but are we getting better at it? You bet. But is it something that we absolutely enjoy and love? Yes.
It's more so a theme to the name, to the whole setup. It's not that we are talking all about it. for one, we don't have enough people who are interested enough in fishing.
Right.
I have a friend or two that probably enjoys the fishing talk. My mom couldn't care less about fly fishing.
Right.
And so she probably enjoys more of the banter, like recapping The Golden Bachelor
Oh, The Golden Bachelor.
a month late, or
Oh, gee.
talking about the weather. But if we talked fly fishing, whatever audience we did have would probably be cutting down by 75%.
75% of we'd probably be only listened to in the first 3 to 4 minutes, and then that's it.
So I guess we'll sprinkle that in. We'll sprinkle fishing in. It's more of a theme. So don't expect fly fishing content every week.
Nope, we can't do that.
Don't expect pop culture. It's
Well, we might be able to work something in on that.
we're like America. We'll be a great melting pot.
Oh, sure.
So a mix of everything.
Mm-hmm. A little mix of everything on this podcast.
So I had to go back to that because I heard a lot of that. Like, I thought there's going to be a lot more fishing than you're talking about. I'm like, well, you're a 32-year-old female who's never touched a fishing rod in your life. I'm surprised you wanted to hear that. Well, I didn't, but I thought that's what it was going to be about. So tell your friends.
Who was that person?
I don't know.
I'll send somebody over to take care of that for us.
Tell your friends, tell your family that they should listen to Real Buds because they are more than just fishing.
They are. We are more than just fishing. You're right.
But part of the description I put on the podcast was talking about the intricacies of a 40-year age gap friendship. So we're very different.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those ways we are different is our vocabulary.
Yes, that's
And
correct.
on a regular basis, I learn new words from you. I think a couple months back you said a Shylock. You said
Right.
a flim-flam man.
Right.
See, I'm thinking on the top of my head.
Right.
They're burned in there. But you said one the other day, and I thought, we should start doing a word of the week.
Okay.
We'll do a boomer and millennial word of the week.
Okay. All right.
So first up is Boomer John
Okay.
with his word of the week.
My word of the week is haberdasher.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I visited our local haberdasher to make a new purchase.
Can you define haberdasher, please?
Haberdasher is a person that owns and runs a clothing store.
So we are now haberdashers.
We are. We technically are not haberdashers because you need a whole store in order to do that.
We've got an online store.
We have an online store that has limited product, whereas, for example, President Harry Truman was a haberdasher. Before he got into politics in Jackson County, he owned a clothing store downtown Kansas City. And he was called a haberdasher.
We are e-haberdashers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll do the E thing.
Yeah. Great. Language of origin, please.
I'm not sure.
This is like the spelling bee.
No, I'm not going to do that. I can't do it.
How do you spell it?
HABDASSCHER, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh. So a haberdashery is the actual store?
Yes.
HABERDASHERY. Haberdashery.
Okay.
Well, how fun.
You didn't know what a haberdasher is or a haberdashery was?
No. We would just call those like an influencer now. Someone who influences you to buy. They post their links. They're like to know it.
Oh, yeah.
Check my LTK, my like to know link for my outfit.
Okay.
A lot of you have been asking about what I'm wearing today. This is from Shine or Temu. You heard of those sites?
No.
Janelle buys stuff from them. It's
Does she?
cheap goods that are made overseas somewhere
Mm-hmm.
by little children. Yeah. So that's your word, haberdasher.
Haberdasher.
How often would you say you use that word per year?
Yeah.
Besides today?
Probably maybe once. And I've done that for 2024. So I'm good to go now.
Your quota's met?
Quota's met.
Good.
How about you? Now, what's your word of the week?
Millennial Taylor's word of the week is not a new word for you, but it's got a new definition from my people.
Ooh, from your peeps.
The word is extra. So how would you define extra? What would you say that means?
I'm not sure because I don't know what it would refer to in today's lingo and today's environment.
What would you guess?
Extra? Someone that has... I'm not sure.
I think you're kind of on the right track. Keep going.
No, someone that has an abundance.
You could say that.
Okay.
They have extra.
Right. They have extra.
Extra. Read all about it. No, it is not that.
Okay. Well, what is it?
So
I'm
you could say that me setting up this studio with all this stuff 4 months into a podcast, that could be kind of extra.
That is, I would consider that, yeah, that is extra. Okay.
It's kind of a cut down, but someone's just doing too much, you know? She's so extra.
So it technically is a cut down?
Yeah, it's not usually a good thing. Sometimes
Use it in a sentence.
Did you see...
Did you see Joni?
Did you see Joni on Instagram Live last night? Or TikTok Live? She was being so extra with all of that foundation she was putting on her face with her makeup routine. You can tell I watch or look over the shoulder at Janelle's TikTok feed too much.
Fortunately, she's not here, so
she can't defend herself. Janelle is out of town right now.
Yep.
And Otis is roaming free, probably causing chaos upstairs.
Well, it probably is, but that's fine. He can do that.
He misses his mom.
Yeah.
Whenever I come home, he waits at the top of the stairs and greets me, and then he looks back down for Janelle to come in. He runs down there when she doesn't show up, and then he comes back up sad. She's gone.
Not again.
She went to St. Louis for work, and she stayed at a hotel.
Yeah.
And she came back from work one day, and there was an inch of standing water in the lobby. And they said, "Here's 2 free beers on us."
That was it?
They said, "We'll comp your stay," which didn't really help her because her work was paying for it. And she went to bed, woke up to a phone call saying, "You need to pack up and leave. You cannot stay here anymore." So she's in a new hotel. So
What, did that frighten her? Did it scare her? Or what?
yeah, she
was upset about it, I'm sure. But,
she handled it with grace, beauty and grace.
as she always would.
I mean, she was not happy. She called me and just said, "I don't know what to do." Well, she knew what to do, but she had to go to work. She had to pack up all of her stuff, and I was not counting on doing that.
Yeah,
so.
Well, better safe than sorry on those kind of things. If they say it's uninhabitable, then it's a good idea to move on.
She said she showed up.
Did they find her another place, or how did that work?
She's actually on the street right now looking for one.
Well, bless her heart, she won't have any problems then.
What does that mean?
That means that she's as pretty as she is. She's gonna
easy, pal. What's the big idea?
No. I don't want you to get the misconstrue what I'm saying here.
Oh, it's fine. I get it.
She's smart enough to
she'd
realize
have no time finding a place. She's gonna be mad I said that.
None.
She's getting off the rails.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
So one thing that people online are doing that is ridiculous and is extra, you could say, is there's a new trend. Not new. Now it's 3 weeks into the month. People are posting their ins and outs of 2024.
Ooh.
So I'll explain. For example, Janie, whoever you mentioned, Joni, she might post in for 2024, loving myself, out, trying to earn the hearts of men.
Okay.
In, going to bed before midnight. Out. Selling my soul for this dream job that I'll never get. Those are bad examples. Something like that.
Yeah, well, okay. I know what you're saying.
So I thought we could
It was a bad example, but
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I thought we could make some ins and outs for the Real Buds podcast.
Okay.
So I wrote some down. I'm guessing you're not going to have a ton of ideas because you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't have any ideas.
So I'll start with the outs.
Oh.
I thought maybe out, waiting until 9 p.m. on a Monday to record so Taylor can edit and post the episode by midnight on Tuesday.
Well, wait till next week because we'll probably change our hours from 9 to 10.
There's no way I can edit a podcast video episode in 2 hours to have posted by midnight.
Sure you can.
Okay. Well, we're not going to do that anymore. I think the one time
Okay.
when my dad was in the hospital, we had to come back and do it on a Monday because I left it on a kind of urgently that week.
Yeah,
so
you did. It
was a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch, is this fitting? Playing with napkins while we record. Not one of us in particular, but one of us may have a hooded sweatshirt.
Now we're kind of getting
a little snarky.
Getting a little snarky here, aren't we?
I pick on myself here.
I can't help it. I have a condition.
Runny nositis.
Yes.
Well, that's true because now that we're on video, people are going to see your
and we don't want them to be seeing that kind of thing. So
we'll have a review.
I'll be very discreet, and I won't wipe my my shoulder or my
on your new sweatshirt.
My new sweatshirt or any of that.
We'll get a 4-star review, and it'll say, "Would have given 5 stars, but John Snot grossed me out." 4.
God, okay.
All right. So the next one,
Moving on.
Out for 2024 Real Buzz podcast. Taylor mumbling so much that he sounds intoxicated.
Oh, who said that? I didn't say that.
I did.
But you said that?
Yeah. I think I said that before. If I was, if our listeners were police officers, they probably would have pulled me over for speeding, and then I would have gotten arrested for being intoxicated because I mumble so much. Got a mouthful of
Mister?
marbles. As first, I didn't drink it tonight.
What was a famous line in Chevy Chase's movie? Mister, if I had a
rubber hose.
Rubber hose, that's it. Mister, if I had a rubber hose.
And then lastly, out, throw in some fly fishing. Out, using the same 2 flies all day while fishing and standing in the same spot of the stream for 4 straight hours.
I do that all the time.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, all the time. And that's a one big no-no when it comes to fly fishing. You need to move around. You need to switch things up. And
for the sake of catching things, but also for the sake of your joints. And
oh, yeah.
Every time you get out, you always tell me, I should have moved around more.
My legs hurt. My knees hurt because I don't move around very much. And I need to do that more often. And that's a good one. I like that.
Thanks. And I have one in.
What's your in?
Just being silly boys.
Being silly, goofy guys.
Just fun-loving, silly guys.
Just goofy guys.
Look at us, just merch wearing.
Yeah.
Is it conceited to wear our own merch around?
Heavens, no. Ralph Lauren does it all the time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are we equating ourselves to Ralph?
I'm going to go right down that road. You betcha.
Well, I feel like
look out, Ralph. We're on your heels here.
Wearing my own T-shirt makes me want a Ralph, John.
Oh,
that is. Unless it wasn't since it's a Bella Canvas T-shirt, I'm not going to Ralph because it's so comfortable.
Well, it's a pretty nice T-shirt.
Even if it didn't say Real Buds on it, I would wear it.
It does say Real RB.
I know. Even if it didn't, I would still want to wear it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I need one to sleep in.
No, well.
I need one for yard work. Just got to promote ourselves.
Yeah.
We're going to Disney.
We don't need to promote ourselves in the lawn care business, but
not in the business, but like our neighbors can see and they'll say, "Wow, I should look that up. What's he wearing?"
Yeah,
we're going to Disneyland. I think I mentioned next in March, and
you're looking forward to that.
I am.
Are you saving your money?
Well, yeah, because we paid for the flights, the room, and the tickets for the park. But I think the biggest expense is still buying gifts for my nieces, concessions.
You say you bought tickets already for the park?
Yes.
Can I ask you what they're running nowadays?
Oh, gosh. Let's check my Venmo to my sister.
No, you don't need to do that. Just a ballpark figure.
Honestly, I forgot. I think it was like 2. We got a military discount.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I want to say...
Because of the general?
Lieutenant Colonel. General.
Yep.
For Janelle and I, yeah, it was $269.
Okay.
So...
Because I always thought the last time we went out there, we went to Disneyland or Disney World. I just, it was just like an ATM out of control. at that place.
Yeah.
You know, you walk up to the gate, and I need I need 8 children and 4 adults.
That's what you said.
And I said, okay, how much? And they said, how much is your mortgage? And I said, well, it's kind of stiff right now. I want to get my house paid off. She goes, well, ain't going to happen this month. And it was some crazy number that this lady threw at me. And I just, you know, it literally took my breath away.
It was like the commercial you mentioned with the call an ambulance.
Yeah, really.
You can't afford one.
Yeah.
So the commercial you mentioned with Progressive when he goes to the salad place and he said, I'm only paying for mine.
I'm only paying for mine. What is this, an experiment or what?
Yeah, we've been once before. I went with my sister's family, my mom and dad, and Quinn was 2 years old, probably 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not have a great time meeting the characters, but the rest of it she enjoyed.
Good.
I think I might have told the story already, but anyway, Parker will be 1 year old then, so she's not going to know a whole lot of it. But
yeah, she won't know about it.
She'll see all the pretty colors.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just for like looking at a stuffed animal there, it's $15.
Oh, 15?
If you smell an ice cream cone, they're going to charge you $20.
Oh, gee, many cramming. I think I bought, it started to rain when we were there. And I went into this little Disney, of course, Mickey Mouse shop, and bought like 3 ponchos or 4 ponchos or something.
That's $60.
And it was $150 for those stupid ponchos that weren't very thick, and all they had was a picture of Mickey Mouse on them.
So everyone ended up wet that day. No ponchos were purchased.
And they, you know, everybody's all drenched anyway. I mean, what's the point of putting that thing on?
I can imagine
But in any event,
Mary Al saying, you will buy those ponchos.
yeah,
We're already wet. What's the point?
we did
I
buy the
said
ponchos.
we will buy the ponchos.
No, not quite, but
So it'll be a fun trip.
yeah, you're gonna have a great time,
Janelle has
especially
never
with the
been.
little people.
Janelle has not been to Disney before. Oh, here he comes.
Here comes the president.
Hello. Got a question for the podcast?
Do you have a question, Otis? What do you have here, buddy? Huh? How you doing? How you doing?
I just want to get pet.
Did you get your pet? Okay. No, we're not going to play. We can't play. It's time for podcast. Podcast time.
Otis. Hey. Lay down.
Occupational hazard. Having the president of the company here right with us. He's just coming down to check on us to make sure that we're all okay.
A few moments later.
All right. I get some love too.
Oh, careful.
Things are going well here? Well, thanks, Otis.
Yeah.
The security president.
The security / president of the company.
Bringing comfort to TBB Studios since 2023.
That's right. Well, at least everybody got a chance to see him.
Yeah.
To see who we keep talking about, Otis, and what his role is with our organization. But now y'all seen Otis.
He may have just gotten a pink slip, but...
Oh, no. Otis will never get a pink slip.
I think pushing a light box onto your boss is a good way to get fired.
Yeah, the guy that feeds you. That's not too good. Not too good at all.
So, yeah, that was Otis. Next up, we asked some questions of our listeners on Instagram. We got one response.
Well, it's okay. We got a response.
Everyone was dying to hear what everyone else said, so they're like, we don't need to ask. Friend Sean Sears, friend of the podcast.
Shawnee.
Sean, how you doing?
Hey, Sean.
Sean says, I got to get it word for word right. He says,
Sean has his own podcast in Chicago, does he not?
I believe so. I forget what. Oh, God.
What is Shawnee doing nowadays? Do we know?
He works for a radio station.
Uh-huh.
He gave me some advice for our podcast.
Yeah. Did we take it?
No,
Okay.
we did. I don't know. It was kind of some editing stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
All right. He said, John, hey, how are you? First time, long time. What is your dream fishing trip?
oh, my dream fishing trip. My dream fishing trip has always been I would love to go to one of two places and fish there. One would be in Patagonia, and the other one would be in New Zealand. I always thought, man, those would be the two most beautiful places in the world to go fly fishing in.
What do you fish for in New Zealand?
I'm not sure what the type of fish are, but it's just fly fishing in streams and things of that nature, just like we do up here. But the scenery is just spectacular.
The fish have like an accent?
Hey.
That's
Yes.
A.
Hey. That's kind of an Aussie accent. But
No, it's like a Brooklyn accent. Hey.
Hey.
You throw your fly at me, eh?
Hey, put that fly on here.
That's your Aussie accent?
No. I don't have an Aussie accent.
You got to do the stereotypical.
I don't have any accents at all.
Well, you just did one.
Oh, okay.
Australian would be like,
Hey, bloke.
yeah, welcome down to the
Welcome down to the...
welcome to the outback. Atta boy,
Come on down here.
put some shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, so that'd be a fun one. We'll get that organized.
Yeah.
If Patagonia, the company, wants to reach out and just sponsor a trip to
that's
Patagonia.
true. If Patagonia wants to help a couple of aspiring fly fishermen out, they're more than welcome to. And we also have, by the way, some sponsorships that are available.
We got room. We could put Patagonia logo on
We
these.
could, man. We got plenty of room on the wall too.
Yeah, especially after that hat fell down. We could put
That's
one there.
right. That's right. We can move the hat around.
Yeah, we could.
But see all that space up above the fly rod, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's plenty of space up there for advertisements. Think about it. Think about it.
Name your price.
Yeah.
We're wheeling and dealing.
It's pretty much name your price, wouldn't it?
Or a used car
give you-
dealership here.
I know. A couple of hucksters here.
So that was his question. I might say, thank you for asking. My dream spot would be Branson.
Branson?
No, it would probably be, I think in Ireland would be fun to fish.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because when we fish in northeast Iowa, some mornings it's foggy and lush and green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're the only ones out there, and I imagine that's kind of how it is out in Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland would be fun to fish as well.
And you get out of
That's
the
kind of
water.
on my bucket list, though. I have that on my bucket list. But you were asking if it was what my favorite place would be to fish. But
Well, Ireland would be cool because you want to go there in general.
yeah,
You could go fish for a bit, get out of the stream, go grab a pint.
go grab a pint and or two, and go back and fish, and go back and get a couple more pints.
Can you do your Irish accent?
No, I don't have an Irish accent.
Come on,
I
yours-
don't. No, I don't.
I thought you were super Irish and you have all these Irish friends. And
Well, yeah, I know a lot of Irish people, but yeah, they may not consider me their friend. But
make fun of them. Do it. Do an accent.
no, I'm not going to make fun of them.
Cheers.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, we'll go to the next thing. Ooh, quick hitting little story.
Okay,
On Monday, it was very snowy. It started to get bad after work.
it was.
Janelle had to fly to St. Louis that day. She had to drive to the airport, and she was getting a Lyft or an Uber. Her card wasn't working on Uber, so she tried Lyft first, which is not usually the first choice. And Lyft gave her the option of choosing a male or a female driver.
Did they do that now?
Apparently, at least on Lyft they do, which I don't usually use.
Interesting.
And I said, "Oh, you chose a male, right?" And she said, "No, I chose a female." And I said, this is probably sexist of me, but I said, "You want a female to drive you through a blizzard 45 minutes to the airport?" And she said, "Well, it wouldn't be as awkward as driving with a guy." So we had a little tiff discussing what was the better option there. What would you have done?
Oh, I would probably. Yeah, well, when you have daughters, you're always and I would have thought safety first. Meaning.
So if you were a female, you would choose female.
I think under normal conditions, I probably would have selected the female because your lovely wife feels more comfortable with that.
I get that, but then I thought Imagine being a female driver and a male requests you. That seems weird. If you or
That'd
I
be really weird.
have to get a drive to the airport and we select female for preferred driver, I mean, that'd be a little creepy.
Yeah. I didn't know they did that.
I had never heard. I mean, you can put down like, I'd prefer to not be talked to.
Sure. Oh, that'd be all right.
And I've seen other ones. I forget where I heard it once, but someone I know, I think they got in the car and pretended they were deaf. Or they put down on the comment they were deaf, so they didn't have to talk the whole way. But yeah, you can
until their phone rang.
Yeah, I've had some bad Ubers before, but it reminded me of my very first Uber. Speaking of Irish, it was on a St. Patrick's Day, probably 7 years ago, and I got picked up in my apartment, and I didn't know where to sit, and I sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, really? You're not supposed to do that?
No, that's so weird. I mean, it's just like a taxi. You would sit in the back seat, and but usually the guy I think had like books on in his passenger seat, and I just opened the door, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll move these back here." So it was an awkward drive, but I learned.
I probably have taken an Uber twice.
Really?
In my lifetime.
By yourself?
No, I think I was with the family both times.
Florida?
Well, once was in Florida, and the other time was at, I think with both my daughters when we went to a concert, Fleetwood Mac concert down in Sprint Center.
Was this the real Fleetwood Mac?
It was a real Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Not the one where you thought you were going to Fleetwood Mac and you went to a tribute band?
It was a tribute band, yeah. No.
Well, you still had fun.
It was still fun. It was still a lot of fun.
I saw videos of you dancing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go to another tried and true segment of the week.
Ooh, segment of the week.
We've got snagged. John, what is your pet peeve of the week?
My pet peeve of the week. I hate to say this because it's kind of apolitical, but my pet peeve of the week is the Jackson County legislature, because they voted today that, or I shouldn't say that, the person in charge of Jackson County today voted against the referendum of the putting on the ballot to extend the sales tax for the two stadiums.
So you're against?
No, I am not against it. I want the stadiums to stay in Jackson County, and with them doing this, it's going to split it.
Split what?
It will split it. Probably split that one of the teams will move probably into Wyandotte County, and all that revenue and all that money will go to Wyandotte County.
So be in KCK?
In Kansas, Kansas, or maybe up north.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I thought I had just heard they were looking at doing the downtown one now.
They are for the for one of the.
For the Royals, they will?
I'm thinking for the Royals. But now, see, the Chiefs have kind of come on board, too, and said, well, if you're not interested in helping us out.
So they want to build a new stadium, too, then?
Yeah.
I don't get that one. So I have a big opinion on this.
You do? What is that?
I think the Arrowhead is great for football, that area, because you pay $60 to tailgate. You go to maybe 1 or 2 games a year if you're average fan.
Right.
I have friends who are season ticket holders. So they're there every other weekend for a few months during the fall. And you pay a decent amount to tailgate. You get your money's worth, I think. It's still a lot, but you can go early to the game, drink and grill and all that, and hang out with your friends and then go in. But for baseball, it's just such a boring, there's nothing out there. There's a Perkins, a Taco Bell across the street, and it's great for parking, but there's nothing to do. So we drive.
Well, that's what I think part of the problem is, and what both the owners want to do is to create that new venue that all the new stadiums have, which is a destination sort of spot, but yet again has all the amenities there that you need.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having, it wouldn't surprise me if the Royal Stadium wound up in downtown Kansas City.
I think it's
because it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think for someone who goes to 1 or 2 games a year, downtown would be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a destination to go to, and you can go out and do other stuff. But if you're a season ticket holder and you truly just want to go watch 81 of the games, since we're not going to make the playoffs where there's no more than 162 games, you're not going to want to deal with getting on a train and going downtown and all that. So I think it'll be nice to do it down there for most people who only go to a few games a year. But yeah, I went to a Braves game a few years back, and they have a thing called the Battery, and the whole outside of the stadium is all restaurants and shops and bars and all that. So you go to the game early, and you go to the bar or have dinner, and you go to the game, and afterwards you can go to another bar or watch other games, whatever. But the Royals games, you pay $30 for parking. You don't tailgate. You go into the game. It's crazy hot. You leave in the 7th inning,
Yeah.
and then you go home. So if there's an area around there like that, I think that would be great. So even if it's North KC, that'd be cool. But I like downtown stadiums too. So
Well, the reason I even mentioned the downtown area is because they have the Sprint Center down there, which what they're talking about is an area that is so close to the Sprint Center. It's like just a couple of blocks from the Sprint Center.
KC Star old area.
Kansas City Star old area. I think it's on Grand Avenue or maybe Baltimore or McGee Street. I'm not sure.
Well,
I used to work down there in high school when I was in high school.
at the Star or where?
No, it was right across the street from it, in a bank building across the street.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was your peeve of the week.
That's my peeve of the week.
You're
Is
peeved
those
with-
guys can't get off their tail ends and make a damn decision on stuff on highly important things.
Do I have to bleep out your D word again?
You may have to do a beep,
Okay.
or maybe not. We'll just let it fly. See
We'll
what happens.
See if we get any complaints.
See if we get any
viewership
complaints
drops.
or FCC calls us.
Well, I'm sorry for that, John.
Yeah.
Just know I'm here for you if you need anything.
Thank you.
You have a shoulder to cry on.
Thank you.
Just a soft Bella canvas shoulder.
Yes, and the brand new Real Buds T-shirt.
You can wipe your tears on my. Oh, we didn't mention
Good for
too.
tears.
So the sweatshirts, I believe there's a navy with white logo. We have a gray with navy logo.
Yes.
We have a white and navy, and maybe a dark gray with white. The shirts, we have like 8 of those. We have this one. We have a tan with navy. We have a green. We have all sorts of them. So check out the link.
Yeah, check it on the link.
There's something for everybody, you know? So.
And everybody is okay to buy on the link now and all that?
They can buy.
Good.
We had a little hiccup where I had a navy logo on the gray sweatshirts. They showed up with the Royal. I asked them to fix it. They sent a new one. Showed up Royal. I had to create a new logo with a darker navy, and that is now good. So
it's all good.
I believe it is
Okay, good. Okay.
So anyway, check it out. If you find something else you would like us to add with the Real Buds logo, let us know.
Sure.
We can put it on anything.
Well, we can put it on cups. We can put it on glasses. We can put it on just about anything.
Just about anything.
Yeah.
My snagged.
What is your snag?
I put down 3 different ones.
Oh, cool.
I'll go with the most recent.
You're angry this week.
I'm being a real Karen. First,
What?
I'll go with my first one that I'm the most upset about. You
Okay.
ready for this? I got an oil change at a Honda dealership on Saturday.
Okay.
Picked up my car. The guy said, "Hey, make sure you leave us a review. Anything less than 5 stars, I didn't do my job." I said, "Cool." I was fine with how it went. Got in my car, in my glove box compartments, the contents of it were half on my passenger seat, half on the passenger floor, and maybe a third of them. That doesn't add up. There were a lot of things on the floor and on the seat that I did not take out. There were forks and napkins and straws, old receipts from the dealership, and I was just peeved.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
So I gave him 4
Well, I can see
stars.
how they would want to get into the glove compartment, maybe open something, or I don't know.
I've had it before though, where they wash my car. If they're in there, they'll actually clean the outside
Okay.
of it.
All right.
But this time I got in and it was worse than I left it. So not happy.
That's a pretty good peeve.
Especially when you're paying
Pretty
for an
good peeve.
overpriced oil change.
Think so?
I mean, I know that the oil we use in our Hondas is a little, was it synthetic or something?
I'm not sure.
It was $70. Not even a
Yeah.
rotation.
Do you do the tire rotation as well?
I didn't, and I should start staying there. I usually have Janelle pick me up, and I go home and come back later on. But it was ready in an hour. They told me it was going to be 2. I should have stayed in there and just drank all their drinks out of the thing and got my money's worth.
Normally what I do is, and I have a Honda as well, and I'll take it in and I will call them and make an appointment and say I will be there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to wait for it. And they say, okay, we'll take about maybe an hour. And a lot of times it doesn't even take an hour. You know, they kind of get me in and out pretty quick.
I made an
So
appointment.
if you're planning on staying, that's a good way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I made an appointment, but they said it would take 2 hours, and I didn't want to wait in there for 2, so
Okay.
I had stuff to do.
You're busy man, busy man.
One more segment. Catch of the week. What is the best part of your week so far?
Oh, gee, many
The
crime.
highlight of your week.
The best part of the holiday week?
Oh, no, the holiday's been done.
Yeah.
The best part of the week so far, or this week.
It's just been...
Sorry, I said highlight of your week.
I'm just being home with Kitty Pie all week's been fun. Excuse me, home with the lovely Mrs. Ryan is always fun.
You had another one on here you told me about.
I did?
Your grandkids.
Oh, yes. We did get some exciting news this week.
You're having great grandkids?
No, we're not having great guys, not yet, hopefully. Well, that we know about anyway. But no, we had we had 2 of our grandkids make the Dean's Honor Roll in college.
Nice.
Yeah. One of my grandsons goes to Miami of Ohio, and he made the Dean's List. And the other grandson goes to TCU, and he made the Dean's List as well. So
Congrats.
I'm very proud of them. Very proud of all of them because they all get very good grades, and they all do extremely well in school. And I just can't be more proud of these little demons that run around.
Papa loves you, and
Papa
you're
loves
demons.
you. You're just a bunch of demons. You're a bunch of goons.
Nice. What a compliment.
Yeah. Kind of a backhanded compliment.
Can bleep that one out too.
Yeah, sure.
You little. My catch of the week
Yeah, what is it?
is last Sunday we had family dinner at Janelle's parents' house, and my almost 2-year-old nephew.
I'm envisioning Blue Bloods. All of them, everybody sitting around the dining room table at Blue Bloods. And,
I don't know that reference, but
you've never watched a program called Blue Bloods?
I haven't watched that program.
Never. God, it's been on
Actually-
for 14 years.
Actually, I haven't watched that one before.
Oh, you have to see it because in every episode, they always have at some point the entire family gathers for Sunday dinner. It's the old Sunday dinner kind of routine that we all used to have, but no longer have anymore.
Well, haven't
So
seen.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just kind of envisioned the Blue Bloods dinner table when you said we all went to Janelle's family for dinner.
I will add it to my list.
Okay.
We were at dinner, and my nephew, who it will be 2 in April. Is that right? Yeah, 2. I've heard that he says Tay-Tay. I think I heard it from a distance one time, but I got a little video of him saying my name. So he was pointing at the pictures on the wall, and I said, "Who's that?" And he said, Tay-Tay. So made me smile.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of the week.
Well, it should be. Little people always do that. They can always warm your heart when you're having a cold-hearted day, and that little smile will just bring life back to you.
I will add, my niece Quinn.
Yeah,
She
always Quinn.
She's good. I got a video of her doing very well reading sentences.
Yes.
So she's doing great. Got a video of Parker pushing a car around the bedroom and ramming into walls. So she's doing great too. And she's very smiley.
Poor General's going to have.
Last thing we're going to leave him with.
Okay.
John, do you know what AI is?
Yes, I do. I do know what it means. Artificial intelligence.
Nice.
Now, how you make it or how you do it, I have not a clue. Not a clue.
Have you heard of ChatGPT?
I have never heard of ChatGPT.
I don't know what that stands for, but it basically can write up, you can give it little prompts and it will create something for you. So kids are plagiarizing. I guess it's not plagiarizing. They're giving little prompts about, write me a 3-paragraph, I don't know,
Is it
10-page
something that
paper on the ancient Mesopotamia, and then it'll spit out some stuff.
Oh, interesting. Now, is this the same thing that the president of Notre Dame used?
I believe so.
Okay.
And there's not really a way to track. Like back when I was in high school, we had a website called, I forget what it was, but we'd have to type out papers, turn them in, have to send her the file. She would copy and paste it into this program, and it could pull certain segments if you were to plagiarize from something online. So
Okay.
Anyway, this just makes up a bunch of stuff, so it can't really pull it from anywhere. There's no source for this, but it just pulls all the information from the internet. So I got on for the first time. I never used it before. I'd heard about it. I had never dipped my toes in it, but I gave it a little prompt. I said, give me a little story, a little write-up on John Ryan. Gave him some prompts, and it spit this out in about 0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds?
Yeah, so we have a little 4-paragraph little story, and it's just a hype up for John Ryan. You ready?
Ready.
Get ready.
Kind of embarrassed about it.
Well, it's mostly true. It says, get ready to meet the ultimate fishing legend, John Ryan. At 73 years young, this retired dynamo knows how to reel in the big ones and keep life exciting. Whether he's out on the lake or sitting on his favorite fishing chair, John's enthusiasm for his favorite hobby is unrivaled. I think it got fly fishing mixed up with fishing on a dock there.
Yeah, I'll do both.
So I think...
Especially if the beer's cold.
Yeah. But John Ryan is more than just a fishing aficionado. In his spare time, he can be found indulging in his passions for classic cars, immersing himself in riveting history books, and staying up to date with the latest political news. His thirst for knowledge is boundless, and his love for his interest contagious. Ooh, that's deep.
That's very deep.
John is not alone in this amazing journey of his. Alongside him is his beloved wife, Cutie Pie, the apple of his eye.
Oh, no.
Together, they have raised twin daughters, fostering a loving and supportive family dynamic. And let's not forget about John's adorable army of grandchildren.
Yes.
8 in total. Didn't call them demons there. These lucky little ones are influenced by their grandpa's zest for life, learning all about fishing, classic cars, history, and staying informed about political happenings. Who knows? The world may have future fishing legends, historians, or politicians among them. Last but not least, John Ryan has a dear friend named Taylor. That was all.
Taylor wants to
No,
start.
that was a different thing. We'll not related. We'll save that.
Okay,
I'll say it. A little tidbit. I just had a random thought that I want to start commenting on different random people's posts online, and just say, don't listen to the negativity, man. You're doing great. And just make them wonder what.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
It has to be a popular one, though. I guess it could be someone with just a couple comments. Wow, great outfit. Wow, you look amazing. Don't listen to the negativity. Just keep those voices out.
Yeah.
You're doing great. And they'll think,
you're doing great. I like that.
Happened?
I like that. Don't listen to positivity or negativity. Positivity.
But it's got to be
negativity.
It's got to be someone random, though. Can't be anyone.
I think that's a great catchphrase. That'd be good for something that we would do.
Well, it's a joke. It's saying,
really?
Don't any celebrity. A lot of times there's people on there saying, what a sad lifestyle. That outfit's ugly. And then people will say, don't listen to the negativity. So I want to do it on someone who has absolutely zero controversy on their account and just start posting, hey, just head up. Don't listen to him.
Just chill out, yeah.
I saw that article online, innocent until proven guilty, Tina. Just like, what did I do? So anyway, that's all.
Oh,
all right. How do we want to end this video episode?
Oh, we can end it by just saying thank you all very much and keep listening. We enjoy listening. We enjoy doing this, and we enjoy talking to you. And
keep listening and keep listening, and keep watching.
Keep watching. Oh, now we have to keep watching.
But